Hi guys, I just wanted to jump on here and have a little bit of a chat about holidays and family and how that relates to food and body image and potentially anyone struggling with any kind of unhealthy relationship with food. And I wanted to, address it from how to be a supportive family member if someone you love might be in that situation. So, there are a lot of things going on here, and holidays can be a super stressful time for everyone. And I think the thing to remember is that for people who have an unhealthy relationship with food, usually food is something that they're already stressed about, and potentially food is something that they're also using to cope with other stress in their life. So we've kind of got this double-edged sword here. Food is stressful, we know we have issues with food, we know we feel out of control around food, but also food is coping mechanism for other stress. So it's kind of like feeding into each other. And I think the thing as an outside family member to, wrap your head around is that you don't need to understand. You just need to be, aware and supportive. And also, that person is already stressed and they probably already know that they don't feel that comfortable with food, and maybe they're, depending on where their awareness is around it. But you trying to talk to them about food from your logical standpoint is not maybe going to be perceived very well from that person's emotional standpoint, because they've got a lot of emotions wrapped up in food, and the logic is just they understand either yes, I know I need to eat and food isn't bad and inherently all of that, but also they're not in a place where that's going to either A, help them, or B, it's actually probably going to make them feel worse. So what are some things as a family member to perhaps, be aware of and not bring up maybe, or have different tactics to kind of come at this around food? So first of all, I think there's so much, social norm around, commenting on either people's body or people's eating behaviors. I think that a lot of people don't really think about is the comments that we make around food. So there might be the tendency to go, oh my goodness, are you going to eat all of that? That's a lot of food. Or, make comments about this food is bad, or I'm so naughty for eating this, or this, I'm going to need to, go on a diet as soon as all this is over, and blah, 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 and talking all about our own ideas around food. And that kind of language is also reinforcing your own, maybe not as healthy as possible ideas around food and what that means about you as a person. But also, if anyone is struggling with this kind of stuff, all you're doing is perpetuating that. So comments about food, let's leave them at the door. We're there to see each other, we're there to enjoy food, eat it, yeah, cool, but it's delicious, it's lovely, we're going to eat as much as what our bodies want, and we're not going to comment on anyone else's or on any moral value to do with food, because food doesn't have a moral or, any impact on our value as human beings. And the thing to remember is that if someone has lost weight and you compliment them, one, you don't know the methods that they use to lose that weight, and it might not have been a healthy one. And two, by complimenting them on their weight, you are reinforcing the idea that potentially those harmful methods were a good thing and that they should continue, and also that person's weight is kind of inherently tied into their value, which we know isn't true. But that person hears, oh, compliment, validation, lost weight, I should continue doing this. And then if I put on weight, maybe that validation is going to go away. And maybe that means that I'm not as worthy of love and attention from my family. So let's all make a deal this holidays to not comment on people's bodies. Say, it's so lovely to see you. I have missed you so much, I'm so glad that you're around, or you look so happy, or I really love the energy that you bring to a room. anything, compliment them on, their job, what they're doing, that kind of thing. But let's leave comments about appearance off the table. I think it's also important to remember that even well-intentioned comments about appearance aren't always perceived that way. So something that I know is very common with people that are maybe struggling with body image and food, and maybe have had issues with eating disorders or having quite a low body weight, or that's just from my experience, it could be other people included in that as well, is that a really common comment to receive from family when maybe you've recovered some weight and are in a much better place is, "You look so healthy." And that is such a well-intentioned comment, but a lot of the time that person is so hyper aware that they are occupying a bigger body than what they were, and they're probably not very okay with that as it is, and to them that comment is not and again, we're kind of just reaffirming that A, you've noticed that their body has changed, and B, their body is worth something that's commenting on, when in actuality they don't change as a person to you no matter what their body is like, and you would want them to know that. So let's just leave all comments about appearance, about body, about food, everything off the table, well-intentioned or not. Let's talk about how great it is to share company, the things that we love about each other as people, as humans, what we bring to the table in our personalities. Let's celebrate that this year. If you are someone who is really anxious about the coming festivities and you'd like to talk about it further, please reach out. I would love to have that conversation with you. I can relate. I'm definitely in a much better place now. I feel actually really excited and calm about this, but there was definitely some years of my life where this upcoming holiday season would have really stressed me out. If you are someone who has a family member who is struggling with some stuff and you're not quite sure how to handle it and what's going to be best for them, again, reach out. Okay, happy holidays. I love you all. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And I hope that we can chat soon.